You're tuning into the deep dive because you're keen to cut through the noise and really understand what's important, right?
Yeah.
You want to be well informed without feeling like you're drowning in details.
Absolutely.
Today, we're doing just that with a fascinating look at how data is stored and secured and, well, how that world connects with the booming field of AI and video surveillance.
Exactly. And to give you the clearest picture, we've got two main lenses we'll be using today.
Okay.
First, we're going to explore Stonefly. They're a company that's been a real innovator in data storage, backup, disaster recovery, cloud solutions, and some cutting-edge tech you might find surprising.
Interesting.
And it's worth noting, Stonefly is also the sponsor behind a market analysis report we'll be digging into. It's all about the AI and video surveillance market.
Right. So our goal here is to kind of bridge those two worlds for you. We want to extract the essential insights, maybe point out those aha moments where things connect in unexpected ways, and leave you with a solid, easy-to-grasp understanding of why this all matters.
Okay, let's unpack this, starting with Stonefly. They sound like they've been key players in the data space for a while.
That's right. Stonefly has definitely been a pioneer in the data solutions landscape. I mean, they were among the first to really push forward technologies like SAN.
A SAN, right? The dedicated network for storage.
Exactly, super fast.
Mm.
And NAS, which is, more like a central shared drive.
Got it.
They also embraced S3 object-compatible storage. That's for huge amounts of unstructured data, plus comprehensive backup, and DR, cloud integration, even advanced AI and security tech. So yeah, a broad range.
So it's definitely not just about having more space to save your files.
No, not at all.
What kind of advanced data services are we talking about beyond the basics? Like what makes them stand out?
Well, they offer a really comprehensive suite. One crucial feature is immutable snapshots.
Immutable snapshot.
Yeah, what's insightful here is that these aren't your typical backups that could potentially be overwritten or, corrupted.
Immutable means they literally can't be changed. Not by an admin, not by a hacker. It's a powerful defense, especially against ransomware.
That makes sense.
They also use AES 256 encryption, which is like military-grade security for your data, both when it's just sitting there in storage and when it's being transferred.
Right. So protection on all fronts.
And for business continuity, they have synchronous and asynchronous replication. Basically, ensuring your data is mirrored in real time or near real time to another location.
That sounds pretty vital for anyone worried about losing data. What about keeping things running smoothly and cost-effectively?
They've got that covered too. Intelligent tiering is like a smart storage manager.
Okay.
It automatically moves your most frequently used data to faster, maybe more expensive storage, and the less access stuff to cheaper options.
So it optimizes itself.
Exactly. And Smart Flash Cache acts like a high-speed buffer, speeding up access to those common files.
Nice.
In today's environment, ransomware volume protection is critical. It actively offends against those kinds of attacks.
Okay, so a lot of layers of protection and optimization there. You mentioned something about a patent earlier. That sounds significant.
It is, yeah. Stonefly holds a patent for their immutable and air-gapped repository, control, and node technology.
Air-gapped.
Yeah.
So like physically disconnected?
Pretty much. Think of it as being isolated from the network like it's on its own island.
Right.
Combining that with immutability creates this really robust defense against cyber threats because attackers just can't reach it remotely. And even if they somehow did, the data couldn't be altered.
Wow, okay. That's serious protection.
Definitely. They also have something called compass mirroring for high data availability and, importantly, a single, easy-to-use interface to manage all of this.
Even for complex setups.
Yeah, whether you have a small setup or a large distributed infrastructure with like up to 128 nodes across multiple sites and branch offices, one pane of glass, they call it.
That sounds like a game changer for managing complex storage needs. Has all this innovation led to any significant recognition for Stonefly?
Absolutely. The patent for their immutable and air-gapped tech really highlights their leadership in data security.
Makes sense.
And beyond that, Stonefly received the DCIG award. That's quite prestigious in the storage industry.
Oh, okay.
They were recognized as being among the top 5 companies across all 3 major storage types: SAN, NAS, and object storage.
All 3. Wow.
Yeah, that really speaks to the breadth and quality of their solutions.
So if you're listening to this and thinking about your own data challenges, maybe you're struggling to keep your data safe, or you're running out of space, systems feeling sluggish, what does Stonefly offer that might be relevant?
Well, if you're in a situation where you need stronger data protection, or you want to expand your storage without, breaking the bank,
Right.
or need to boost performance, or you're planning to scale up your IT infrastructure, Stonefly positions itself as a provider of affordable solutions.
Affordable, okay.
And this applies whether you're dealing with backup and disaster recovery, hyper-converged systems, those integrated compute, storage, networking boxes, individual servers, or clustered environments like VMware, Hyper-V, Proxmox. They really emphasize not just the cost effectiveness, but also the quality of their support, both sales and technical.
And it's always reassuring to know you'll have good support when dealing with, well, complex systems.
Definitely.
Now, it seems like Stonefly is also experiencing some growth. I think I saw something about job opportunities.
Yes, they are. They're in a phase of rapid growth, apparently, and currently have over 100 job openings.
100, wow.
Yeah, in a variety of roles. Software development engineers, technical support specialists, full-stack developers, digital media experts, customer service reps. Quite a range.
Good to know.
So if you or someone you know might be looking for opportunities in this space, the email to reach out to is jobs@stonefly.com.
Jobs@stonefly.com. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's great info for anyone in the job market. And Stonefly, as our sponsor today, also has some interesting offers for our listeners, right?
They do. Two key promotions worth noting. First, they're offering immutable and air-gapped backup starting at just $10.
$10. Seriously.
Yeah, just $10. It's a really accessible entry point to get that high level of data protection.
That's incredible. And the second one?
Second, they have a significant offer on a 70 terabyte backup and DR appliance. And this thing can be expanded all the way up to 4 petabytes.
4 petabytes. That's a lot of data.
That's a massive amount of storage. And this appliance includes their air-gapped and mutable capabilities, works seamlessly with popular backup software like Veeam, Rubrik, Commvault, Site Recovery, Backup, and DR.
So compatible with existing tools.
Exactly. It also features an advanced AI appliance with something called object lockdown technology to protect against ransomware, and it's available for $700.
$700 for a 70 terabyte expandable appliance with all those features.
That's the offer, yes. For more info on these promotions or any other questions about Stonefly's products and services, you can contact their sales team, sales@stonefly.com.
Sales@stonefly.com. Some really compelling options there if you're in the market for data solutions. And if our listeners want to learn more about Stonefly as a company or, see who their customers are, where should they go?
The best place is their website, stonefly.com. That gives you the full deep dive into their history, their solutions.
Stonefly.com. Easy enough.
And you can also find info about their existing customer base, see how other organizations are using their tech by visiting stonefly.com/customers.
Okay, great. So stonefly.com/customers.
All right, so I think we've gotten a pretty solid understanding of Stonefly and their role in the data solutions landscape.
Covered a lot there.
Yeah. Now let's shift gears and explore that second key area we wanted to cover today, the market for AI in video surveillance.
Right.
And as we mentioned at the start, the market analysis we're about to discuss is sponsored by Stonefly.
And this is a market that's seeing, well, explosive growth. The analysis projects it will jump from around USD 3.9 billion in 2024 to a staggering USD 12.46 billion by 2030.
12.5 billion. Wow. Yeah. That's a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 21.3% between 2025 and 2030.
So more than tripling in just a few years.
Exactly. To put it simply, yeah, this market is set to explode.
That kind of growth is really eye-opening. What's driving this massive expansion in AI-powered video surveillance?
Well, the primary drivers seem to be the increasing global focus on security, due to rising crime rates and persistent terrorism threats.
Makes sense.
This is leading both governments and private organizations to invest heavily in advanced surveillance tech to improve safety and security.
Right.
Now, it's interesting to look at some of the nuances in crime trends. For instance, data from the Council of Criminal Justice in 2023 showed a decline in residential burglaries and larcenies compared to 2019.
Oh, really? A decline?
Yeah, but, it's a big but, we've seen a significant increase in non-residential burglaries and particularly a dramatic 105% surge in motor vehicle thefts.
105%? Wow. Car thefts are way up.
Way up. Drug-related offenses, on the other hand, actually decreased. So it's a bit of a mixed picture, but the overall demand for better security measures remains strong.
It's a complex landscape for sure.
Yeah.
And when we look at global security challenges beyond just, say, property crime.
Globally, yeah, the picture is sobering. The UN Office on Drugs and Crime Their data from 2021 shows Africa had the highest rate of intentional homicides,
Okay.
followed by the Americas, then Asia. And while there was some improvement apparently seen in 2022, the sheer number of victims worldwide really underscores the ongoing need for effective security solutions on a much larger scale.
It certainly highlights why there's such a push for more advanced surveillance capabilities. Regionally, where is this AI and video surveillance market expected to be the most prominent?
The analysis indicates that China is projected to be the largest single market, specifically within the Asia-Pacific region, throughout this forecast period.
So China is leading the charge in Asia Pacific.
It seems that way. It suggests a significant concentration of both development and adoption of AI and surveillance tech in that part of the world.
That gives us a sense of where the activity is concentrated. Can we break down the market in other ways? Like what kinds of companies are the key players?
Yeah, the analysis provides a breakdown
Yeah.
by company size, the roles of people involved in buying decisions, and geography.
Okay.
In terms of company type, Tier 1 companies, typically the largest players, they make up about 20% of the market.
20%.
Tier 2 companies account for 35%, and Tier 3, the smaller players, represent the remaining 45%.
So more smaller players overall.
Seems like it. And when we look at who's making the decisions, C-level execs are involved in about 15% of purchases, directors 20%, and then others account for the majority, 65%.
Interesting split. And regionally?
Regionally, as we mentioned, Asia-Pacific is dominant at 60%, followed by North America at 20%, Europe at 15%, and the rest of the world at 5%.
60% in Asia Pacific. That's huge.
Rip.
Okay, so a diverse range of companies, but clear dominance by APAC. Now, this market analysis promises some deeper insights beyond just the numbers, right?
Definitely.
What are some of the key areas the full report explores?
Well, the full report really digs into the critical factors shaping this market. It analyzes the key drivers fueling the growth, like the rise of smart city initiatives.
Ah, yes, smart cities.
Big driver.
Huge. AI surveillance plays a massive role in urban management and safety there. But it also examines the restraints,
Such as?
notably the significant privacy and security concerns that, naturally come with deploying AI-powered surveillance systems everywhere.
A major hurdle, I imagine.
It is. The report also identifies key opportunities, like integrating AI with the Internet of Things, IoT, and other emerging tech. That could lead to more sophisticated, interconnected security solutions.
Okay.
And finally, it addresses the challenges. Things like potential data inaccuracy, reliability issues in video analytics. These need to be overcome for the systems to be truly effective. So drivers, restraints, opportunities, challenges. Sounds like a really comprehensive look at the market. What other aspects does the report cover?
It also provides valuable insights into product development and innovation. It details upcoming tech, R&D activities, new product launches in the sector.
So what's next technologically?
Exactly. It covers market development too, analyzes lucrative markets, regional trends, plus market diversification, new product applications, untapped geographies, recent developments, investments.
Lots of angles.
And finally, it includes a competitive assessment, an in-depth look at market share, growth strategies, and the specific offerings of the leading companies in AI video surveillance.
And who are some of those leading players that the report identifies?
Let's see. The report specifically mentions Hikvision Digital Technology and Dahua Technology, both based in China,
Okay, the big Chinese. Right.
as well as Motorola Solutions, Inc. from the U.S., Milestone Systems AS, and SenseTime.
So a mix of established and emerging players from different regions. It's fascinating to see how quickly this market is evolving.
It truly is. And it really brings us back to where we started this whole conversation, doesn't it?
How?
Well, the incredible growth and increasing sophistication of AI and video surveillance are fundamentally dependent on having robust, secure data storage and management solutions in place.
Right. You can't do the fancy AI analysis without somewhere solid to keep all that video data.
Exactly. You can't effectively analyze and act on vast amounts of video data without the underlying infrastructure to handle it all safely and efficiently.
Absolutely. That's a key connection for me, too. The AI advancements really rely heavily on the kind of data management capabilities we discussed with Stonefly earlier. Without reliable storage, backup, security,
Yeah.
the potential of AI and video surveillance just can't be fully realized.
Precisely. Solutions that offer features like, say, immutable storage to protect the integrity of video evidence,
Yeah, can't be tampered with.
strong encryption to ensure privacy and security, and reliable backup and disaster recovery to prevent data loss. Those are absolutely essential for deploying these AI-powered surveillance systems effectively.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, It's pretty clear that the AI in video surveillance market is on a significant growth path. It's driven by a clear need for enhanced security in these rapid tech advancements.
Definitely.
But what underpins all of this innovation and expansion is the critical role of advanced data storage and security solutions.
And what's particularly interesting to think about is just the sheer volume of data these AI surveillance systems will generate in the future as they become even more widespread.
It's a data explosion just waiting to happen.
You got it.
And that leads us nicely to our final thought for you, our listeners. As AI-powered surveillance becomes more and more integrated into our cities, our businesses, maybe even our homes, how will that delicate balance between the critical need for enhanced security and, well, the fundamental right to individual privacy continue to evolve?
It's a huge question.
It really is. And what crucial role will advanced data management technologies play in navigating this increasingly complex landscape, both for us as individuals and for the organizations deploying these systems? It's definitely something to keep in mind as this technology continues its rapid advance. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.